This is one of the videos which has inherent attraction to the aspirants just because it discusses about solving one of the biggest obstacles of studying abroad, which is money. So we'll be discussing about different types of financial aid. The most prestigious financial aid is called fellowship. It is very competitive. Only the top 1 or 2% of the graduating class avails it. It is usually the highest paid of all, and so you'll be needing a good overall academic performance to target for it. The most common type of financial aid is the next one, which is the research assistantship. In every research project, there is a project supervisor, and if you are selected to work in that research group, you join as a research student, or simply called an RA in short. RAs usually receive tuition waiver and an amount of the living expense. The money comes from research fund. The RA duties usually include performing experiments for their master's or PhD thesis, maintain lab equipment, train lab newbies, and any work which assists with the supervisor for the research project. How can you get this aid? Well, people who have previous research experience are always preferred. As a common sense, the newer fields have more research options than the more saturated older fields. As an example, nanotechnology or nanobiotechnology is a new and young field with a lot of research potential, whereas telecommunications is a bit saturated one. Of course, none of the fields are so saturated that the research has stopped. So if anyone is passionate about some field, they should go for it. Getting an RA position is a competitive fight, and we cannot finish the discussion of it in this video. Please click on the Research Assistantship tab to know more details about it. The next one is Teaching Assistantship. It's almost the same as Research Assistantship in terms of money. In most of the cases, Teaching Assistantship comes with tuition waiver and living expense, although the workload is entirely different. Being a TA, you have to grade exams, make class notes, assist professor with conducting classes, and much more. You have to do all these alongside your master's or PhD research, so things might get a little bit hectic sometimes. Well, honestly, it pays off. How to get TA positions? Well, TA funds are mostly handled by the department, so having a good academics might help. The secret weapon to get funds, any kind of funds, is contacting professors and maintaining good relationship with them. You see, the faculty are very influential in the university and they have powerful connections. So their influence covers from getting admission to the university to getting financial aid, getting jobs in industries, whatnot. Coming to the point of getting TA, universities which take large intakes of students or faculty who teaches large volume undergrad classes always have need of assistant, teacher's assistant, in short TA. Makes sense, right? In sum, being an RA, you get the benefit of concentrating on your research and get paid for it, while being a TA, your experience of teaching can help you in the long run if you have any interest of going into the academia. So another type of aid you can get is the tuition waiver. The university can offer you full tuition waiver or partial, say 50% tuition waiver, based on your credentials and competition. Tuition waiver includes the course fees and usually excludes other fees like lab fees, health insurance fees, etc. So you have to keep an eye on the details when you see you are offered tuition waiver. And as discussed earlier, TAs and RAs usually get tuition waiver as part of their financial aid scheme. Now, there are other scholarships. Say one scholarship is Erasmus Mundus, offered by the EU for the aspirants of developing countries. Then there is Fulbright for US aspirants. There is Commonwealth Scholarship for Commonwealth countries. Then there is FAFSA for American citizen or immigrants, and the list goes on. These scholarships have separate criteria for each of them, and they are not offered by the university. So you have to keep an eye on the specific website for a specific applying guideline and requirements. Some of them might be based on your financial need, some even might be given to you based on your ethnic background. Now, let's have a look to a different kind of scenario. Say you came to study without any financial aid. You need to survive, right? You need to look at other options. The most basic option is on-campus jobs. On-campus jobs are options where you can earn money working in different sectors of a university system. Every university needs library assistants. Every university needs computer technicians. You can work in front desk as a receptionist, in cafeteria as a server, as a web developer in a fine arts department. The opportunities are unlimited. To get this kind of jobs, the most effective way is knock door to door. Show your skills and ask if they are hiring. Of course, if you have connections, recommendations always help. Interestingly enough, any of your IT skills like programming knowledge or web developing knowledge, networking knowledge always help, since you always need an IT guy, whatever department it is. These on-campus jobs usually have working time limitations. For example, you can work only 20 hours in USA as an international student. And the money you earn from this might only help you with your living expense, not with your tuition fees. Still, it's better to have something than nothing. Another option is doing off-campus jobs. Off-campus jobs have different regulations in different countries. It might be working in a restaurant or a shopping mall, but in general, most of the jobs require manual labor and are usually less convenient or less paid than on-campus jobs. But the best way to earn off-campus is through internships. Internships are field-related, highly paid, and the experience you gather from internship will help you in future to get full-time jobs. Looking for internships is an entire different topic of discussion, and you'll always find more detail by clicking on the internship tab. The final option is student loans. Studying abroad is a good financial investment, and the money which is spent in the studying process can be earned in just 1 or 2 years of full-time work after graduating. That is why many consider student loan as a good option to finish their degrees in young age. You can do the hard work to pay your studies while you are doing the studies or after you're done with it. Well, this has been an overview of all types of funding. You can always check out the detail of each by clicking on the respective links. One can avail one type of fund or can even manage several types of fund at the same time. But the key for that is being persistent and being positive. If you're sticking on what you want, no one can stop you from getting it. Go and start fighting. Only the strongest will survive.
This is an interactive video. Please click on any of the following tabs.